What's up, guys? I'm Dave, the Military Millionaire, and today we're going to talk about 7 great work-from-home jobs for 2022 right after this intro. Number 1, copywriting. Now, what is copywriting? Copywriting is the people who write sales copy, right? So they write sales funnels, sales emails. When you see an advertisement on Facebook or Instagram, they're writing the words, the copy for that. And basically, copywriters are people who are really good at convincing, making a product or service sound very beneficial and driving sales. And it's very valuable for companies. And so you can do a lot of freelance copywriting, and there's some courses online to get decently good at this for a reasonable price. And then you can go on Fiverr or Upwork or whatever, and you can market your services and you can get a little bit better at this. And as you gain practice and experience, you can actually charge a pretty good amount of money doing copywriting, like really good money, but you gotta be good at it. You gotta drive the sales, right? So copywriting is a good way, and you can do it from home on your own schedule. Number 2 is social media manager, right? So if you're young, you've probably got a decent amount of experience with Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and social media in general. Now, if you can flip that a little bit to understand the marketing side, right? Advertisements and hashtags and how to get content in front of the right people, and your location tagging for specific areas and all those things. And you can approach different businesses and say, hey, I'll run your social media account. And you can actually charge a pretty decent amount of money for doing that, $500, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 a month. Depends on the company, more than that if it's a big company. But a lot of these mom and pop shops or companies around town, they may have an amazing product or an amazing service and a lot of word of mouth, but they don't have the social media game, and maybe they're a little bit older, so they don't understand social media. So they'll gladly pay somebody to come in and manage their social media accounts and grow it, because the return on investment for them with having that social presence is there. Now, you may need to sell them on why that social presence is valuable, but you can do very well as a social media manager as well. All right, number 3, voiceovers. So you can go on like Fiverr.com, Fiverr, and you can land gigs recording content for people. You don't have to have some sultry radio voice. You need to have a decent microphone, decent acoustics in the room, and you need to have your voice, right? Be authentic. People are looking for accents. So if you have an accent from the Deep South, maybe someone needs a recording for that. If you have an American accent, maybe someone in Europe wants that. If you have a Australian accent, maybe someone in America wants that, right? So just get out there, build a little platform talking about, with some sound clips of you, test piloting stuff, and then you just record videos for someone, or the voiceovers. In fact, the gentleman who's here filming these videos, I know for a fact has utilized people who do voiceovers before. So it's a very common thing, and you can make some decent money doing voiceovers for content. So get out there and get a microphone, or even if you have a microphone, and you can make some stuff happen. Number 4 is YouTube and or building your own brand. I talk about this all the time, right? Building your social presence, but you can make really good money on YouTube and all these other social platforms. So my YouTube channel is monetized much less than a lot of my friends. I make $500 a month, $600 a month through YouTube ads, but I make a lot of money through additional things that come out of that. But I have friends who make $10,000, $100,000, $1 million a year or a month on YouTube. I got buddies who made several $1 million last year on YouTube, and so the income potential is there, and it's huge. But you got to learn. You got to have a niche and content and ideas and strategies, and be creative and be consistent. And there's a lot of things that go into that, but you can do very well with that, and you can build an entire brand around all of that and do exceptionally well. And honestly, that's a huge chunk of why I've been able to leave the military without having to get a job. Number 5, telemarketing and or sales in general, right? So Nobody likes telemarketing. Sales is fun, whatever, but really just any like phone call job. That could even be like HR with a company, or doing public relations, PR stuff. It can be telemarketing, it can be sales, it can be customer service. There are a ton of just phone call oriented inbound, outbound jobs that you can find online these days, and you can do. And you can work full-time for a company, or you can freelance, or you could be a cold caller for a real estate company. There's a lot of different opportunities out there. You just gotta be good on the phone, comfortable on the phone, good at conversation, friendly, and you'll do very well. Number 6 is sales funnels, ads, and marketing. Prime example of this, I have this gentleman named Russell who reached out to me about setting up email, sales copy, and sales funnels for the mastermind group, and also for a course that I'm thinking about building. And he's been, he reached out, he provided a lot of value, gave me some free emails, and then said, hey, now that you've seen my work and you like my work, would you like to work together? I said, yeah, let's do a trial project. So we're doing a full project. And I'll tell you, I'm paying the guy $1,500 for a 1-month project. And so it's good money. And assuming that he does what he's, says what he accomplishes what he says he's capable of, I'll make more than that $1,500 back. Maybe in the first month, maybe not, but over the long haul. And then I'll be willing to pay him for other projects because I've seen his work and I know that it's gonna drive the sales, and then I'm confident in it. So now I'm gonna go out and put more effort into it. So if you can learn how to build like the advertisements and sales funnels and landing pages to funnel people in to purchase stuff, it kind of ties in with that copywriting, but it's a whole lot of other stuff on top of that. If you can drive sales for a company, an organization, a course, whatever, there's a ton of money to be made there. And I've paid people to do that. And I know people who've paid a lot more than I have for professionals to do that. So definitely a valuable skill. And number 7, number 7 is one that, I'm almost hesitant to say it because people are gonna be like, guru, coaching and consulting. And that doesn't have to be like courses and coaching and expensive high ticket stuff. Although it could be. I mean, I paid somebody $8,000 for 3 months of executive coaching this quarter. And so I've grown a lot and learned a ton and gained a lot of very valuable practices, and it was absolutely worth the money. He has a lot of clients. He's doing very well, right? And so that could be, you could do that high ticket stuff. But I mean, it could even be some one-on-one coaching, or some group coaching like a mastermind, or consulting with companies, or consulting with people, or whatever you're really, really good at. There's probably a way to do some kind of coaching and or consulting about that. So find something you're passionate about, find something you can talk about for hours, and think creatively. I bet you can come up with something. Here's a wild example. Not really wild, but you guys have all met Hugh before. So Hugh is my partner on the hotel and friend, and has the curly mustache or whatever. Hugh he's big into like lean thinking. So like the 2-second lean, like how to streamline a process to eliminate waste and make it more efficient, more affordable, and more productive. And Hugh's like going rate for a 1-week trip to visit a company is $15,000. So if he goes out to do consulting with the company, he will make $15,000 for that week. And if his whole team goes out, it's $20,000. And it's funny because we were talking about that the other day at lunch, and the waiter happened to walk up as Hugh said that, and the guy's jaw dropped. And I was like, well, yeah, it's interesting. Hugh doesn't consult much anymore because he's financially free through real estate, so he doesn't need to do that. But that's how he got started in real estate. He was side hustling the 2-second lean and it's not like he just decided to do this, right? I mean, you could learn it and you could decide to do it, but follow him if you want. He's the Hillbilly Millionaire, so follow him if you want more info and tell him I sent you. But he built and helped several businesses achieve a lot of success, and he could go into a company and know that he was going to, within that week, save them, like find them ways to save more than that $15,000 almost immediately. In fact, he said a lot of times once somebody booked him, they would, while he was there, they would book him for the second week. So they would be like, hey, this has been awesome. Can you stay with us for another week? And so he would end up with, $30,000 for 2 weeks, or maybe discounted it, whatever. for his consulting. So if you get really, really, really good at something that will help people achieve a result that they want, people are willing to pay for that, right? I'm one of them. I'm willing to pay to play. If the service is right, or the product is right, or the money's there, and the benefit is there, then I'll gladly stroke the check to make that thing happen. So if you can figure out what that is that you're really good at, coaching and consulting can be a very lucrative way to work from home. So here's seven ideas to help you brainstorm ideas to work from home. Obviously, there's all kinds of remote positions out there right now. I just like to think of the more entrepreneurial ones than the W-2 ones, because if you're a coaching and or consultant or YouTuber or whatever, it's much less likely that somebody's gonna come down one day and say, hey, there was a recession, here's a pink slip, right? So, start thinking that way and finding those products and services. And then I'm gonna give the honorable mention here to, I thought about putting this one in, but YouTube lists do better when it's an odd number for some reason. So we're gonna still call this the 7, but 7 and a bonus, videography, right? And video editing. So, there's a videographer sitting right there in this room who for the last 3 months has come up for 1 or 2 days a month, and I pay him and he films videos and edits videos and hands them back to me. And it's not necessarily work from home because he drove, to where I live for the 2 days, but it's on your own schedule and it can be done. You can do video editing even if you don't have a camera and don't film. If you can get good at video editing, somebody will send you their videos to edit for them, and at a reasonable cost, and you can make money doing that. So there's all kinds of ways, if you just get creative and have some kind of a skill set, to earn a little extra income. And you just got to be creative and get out there and do it. You got to work for it. But hope this helped. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe, which I should probably do a better job of saying somewhere in the middle of the video because you probably already dropped off, but have a great day.